Hi, it's Dwayne from CodeWheel. Welcome to part 4 of building a blog homepage in TailwindCSS. To see the previous video, check the links in the description. In this video, we're going to start making this site here fully responsive. So if this looks interesting, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Okay then, we're going to start making the site fully responsive, and doing so is really easy in Tailwind CSS. There was no mobile design for this site, so we're just going to freestyle it. So let's go back to VS Code. Okay. Tailwind is a mobile first framework. So let's quickly go to the Tailwind site and check what the breakpoints are. So if you go to Tailwind. Breakpoints. So these are the breakpoints that Tailwind currently uses. So there's 4 of them by default: 640, medium 768, large 1024, and extra large is 1280. If you want additional sizes, you can always add them in the config, but for this project, I think these will be fine for us. So let's go back to the site. Okay, the first thing I do when I'm doing the mobiles, when I'm doing responsive stuff, I press Ctrl+Shift+M on Firefox, and this brings up the mobile view. That's for Windows and Linux. I'm not too sure what it is on Mac. Okay, we're going to come back and do the header shortly, the navigation. So let's start with the main content. So back to VS Code. I'll just push this across to the left. Just get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay, so just go down to content. So we've got this main container here. So let's change that to flex col and see how we get on with that. So now you notice it's stacking them, but we're going to have a problem once we go back to desktop. It's like that. So to fix that in Tailwind, since it's mobile first, all we need to do is from medium, flex row. So there, and normal on desktop. Okay then. So now let's change these links because they're not fully, they're only taking up half the screen. So all we need to do here is do prefix with the median screen size, MD. MD. Okay, one thing to mention, whenever I'm doing mobile sites, I usually set it to iPhone X. Let's reload that. Awesome. Okay, so now if you look at that, that's the full width. So let's do the rest, let's do it for a bit below too. So if we change that to MD, let's see how we get on. Perfect. I don't know if we still need this it on this. Let's have a look. Yeah, we do. So I'll take that off. Let's check back on desktop. All looks fine. Okay, cool. So now let's go down to the grid. So okay, so I think if we set the default to 1, so I'll just copy that. On small, I should just do that. 1. Now if we make that bigger, it just looks a bit too big. So what I think we should do is, let me just set that to iPhone. on small size, we do, and make that 2. We set the grid column as 2. Much better. Excellent. And then when it's bigger than medium, which was, if you go back to the breakpoints, medium is 768, it's going to be 3 columns. So if I F5 that, and we just start again from small, build it up. Brilliant. Just makes it so easy, Tailwind does. Okay. So if you keep going down, okay, onto the online webinar. So it's going to be similar to what we did above. So we're going to do flex col and MD flex row. Again, it's half there. So what we're going to do, first thing first, actually we add some margin top and bottom to it as well at the same time. So we do medium, full width there, and let's add some margin to it. Actually, we don't need that margin right too, so I'll just take that out. So we've got rid of that margin right of 10 pixels, and now let's add some margin bottom. So MB6, excellent. We don't want that on desktop, so we just do MD and reset it. And we do that for the one below as well. So just copy these. Actually, it's only the one I need, so just paste that in. Oh, I've got to delete that one, sorry. I wonder what's causing it. Could be the copy. So if I replace the text with this copy and see what it is, it might be because of the text. So if I replace it with this, yeah, it's just because of the text perfectly lines up. So I'll just undo that. Yeah, it's a bit bizarre, but yeah, it's because how the text all lines up in these correct words, that Lauren Mipson text. So what I do is, so it's gonna, I'm not that keen on how that looks. So just go to corporate ipsum. We just copy some text from here instead. So and copy that text for the next one. That's much better. Okay, so we've done these, but I think we've got a problem is because looking at this page, you wouldn't know what the difference is between these two. Like these are a blog and these are like sign up to some courses. So what I think we might do is add a border to it. So let's check what colour we use for this top border up here. And that was, I'll get it from here. So if we go to here, border T, CW. Okay. And we just add it onto the section. Oh, you've got to add some padding to the top as well, because it's right next to the line. So let's add some padding on. It's right there, but since there's no padding on it, you can't really see it. So I just add some padding onto it. That's it, much better. So the problem that we're going to have now is that's going to be on the medium size, which doesn't look that bad, but we take it off. So what we do is on medium, we set the border to none and remove the padding. So refresh that, still there, gone off that. Cool. So if we scroll down now to the footer, okay, so the same what we did previously on the other bits. So just close this subsection up. So what we're going to do is add on the flex, we're going to change that to flex col. And now the stacking, but we need to set it back on medium, so it's going to be flex row. As it should be. And now set the width to medium. And that one's not got a width on, so it should be okay. So refresh that. Okay, that's a bit off there. Not to worry, that's straightforward to do. So on the form, we just set these align centers to medium only. Okay, I think we might need a bit of padding. So we're going to set padding of, I'll say a scale of 3, so that's about 12 pixels. 4 times 3 is 12, so 3. That's top and bottom. And then we're going to set it back on medium screen sizes. I'll keep saying medium, so like I said before, so small be prefixed as SM, 640 pixels, medium means 768, so everything above 768 this will apply to. Excellent. Just go down to the links. So like we've done on the rest of videos, it's going to be flex col. Okay, there's that there. And flex for medium screen sizes, flex row. Good. Okay, so if we go back to it, and now we do what we did on the rest of them on this list, so just copy that. This should be now stacked. Okay, that looks a bit too close, doesn't it? So oh, we don't need that, cancel. Okay, so on the links, let's do, say, I'll do it here, py free. See how we got with that. Put a bit bigger, py. Oh yeah, these are inline elements, so we need to make them inline block. So inline block. That's better. 5's too big, it'd be 3. Still a bit too big. 2. That will do. So just add that to the rest of them. So there, 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 and finally on the business. Excellent. Now for the social links. So this, oh yeah, on mobile we've got to reset it on desktop as well. So what we're going to need to do is set an MD of 0 on desktop. So 0 MD py0 to reset it to how it was before. So we quickly do that now. Refresh that. Still looks fine. Still looks fine. Okay, now let's tackle these social links. I think these are just slightly too close, so let's make them bigger. So just put a padding top on. I think that'd be enough for these. So if I do class, actually we can just do it on this element up here, pt3. Okay, so we've done the rest of the content now and made it fully responsive. So if you start looking at the sizes here, so if you look, go a bit further to the top. Excellent. So let's set that back to the iPhone 4S scripting sizes, and now let's tackle the top navigation. So okay, so let's go top. Now let's create a navigation underneath this div. So nav, I'll do a div, I'll put it in div first. Nav li. Okay, so on this div, if you go for the usual, so you put it in the nav. Okay, so let's create our link. So the first one is home. Do we see it on the screen? Yep. So now all we need to do is add in how we want the links to behave. So if we copy what we've got up here already, and And we're just going to tweak the existing classes, so F5 that. So let's make that text as blue. Don't need a hover. We say hover text white. So you say C grade 050, and we're going to do hover BG CW blue 600. And then we just need to change to inline, actually a block element. And if we set some padding of, say, PY, so that's top and bottom by 12 pixels each. Actually, we just make it all the way. Excellent. So let's roll it out to the other one. So we're just going to copy that down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was travel. Music. Technology. And business. Thought so. Okay, we need this to be hidden on desktop. So what we're going to do is just do class MD hidden. So on anything bigger than medium sizes, you won't be able to see this. So let's go back to the browser. Just check all these links are there. They are. I think we might need a border underneath for each one. So we'll do we'll leave that as is for now, and we'll see how we look at the end. So not there, exactly what we wanted. So we've got a couple of options to do this. We can either do it in something like Alpine or Vue.js, but since we're not currently using any JavaScript libraries, I think our best bet is just to do it as plain JavaScript. So let's do it on the same page. So if you create a JavaScript tag at the bottom of the page, script. Okay, so let's first create the function that shows and hides this. Just create one. So let's first grab this navigation. Just create navigation. So const nav menu equals document dot query selector. Okay, we're not given it a classes menu, so let's call this. What I like to do is put a suffix at the end of my elements that I use in JavaScript. So nav menu -js. So just I know this is part of the JavaScript. If I'm ever looking back at the code, I know that class is part of JavaScript. If it makes sense there. So let's just check that to work. So let's do clog nav menu. Back to Firefox, and it's the console tab or Control-Shift-K. Yep, it's found it. Okay, let's create a function that will toggle it. So let's call this function toggle drop down. That's self-explanatory, so we know straight away. And then do a parameter, we don't need any. And let's say nav menu dot class list toggle hidden. Okay, so back to this DOM inspector and click on console again, and what we're going to do is check out if that toggle drop down works. So if you type in toggle, and it should come up already, so if you just and hides it. So again, just type in toggle drop down, don't forget the parentheses at the end, the circle brackets and semicolon, and hides it. So now that's the drop down functionality built. All we need to do now is put a button on there which will show and hide it. So if we go all the way back to the top, okay, so let's hide this menu when it's on the smaller screen. So we're just going to go hidden MD flex. Yep, all good. Okay, so now let's add in a menu onto this. So where's the header? So we had it there. So how this is going to be is going to be block and MD hidden. This is where we're going to put the menu button. So if you create a button here, and if we add the class of menu button -JS, so we know it's a JavaScript class. Okay, so we're going to need a menu icon. So if you go back to factoring UI and herocons, and we're just searching for menus. So, oh, there's a couple. Let's go for 3. Okay, just need a rule code. Copy that. Paste it in there. See how that looks. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we just need to start this menu up now. So let's do this size first. So it's going to be width 6, height 6. So that's going to be 6 times 4 is 24. So that's 24 pixels. And let's do the hover. So hover, the same as the rest of the site. So it's going to be text CW blue 400. No, 600. Yep. Okay. So let's go back and add on the JavaScript for it then. So we just copy that button name. So like this one, we're going to first find a button. So it's going to be const menu button equals document dot query select tool. And we just paste that button in. And again, we just toggle it. Okay, now that we've got that button added on, we need to do a click event. So let's do that. So it's going to be menu button dot add event listener, click, and it's toggle drop down. Menu button is null. Okay, that's okay then. So let's console log this button and see what's causing it the issue. Okay then, let's console log this button and see if we can work out what's going on. So I've probably set the class incorrect, so let's just copy that. Oh, see, I've done two classes on accident. So that, and that's caused by this here. Show, hide. We've not done the other button now, so you can't see it. So let's do the close button. So back to the top. And let's switch these around. So we copy this one. And we're going to call it close button. And back to Herocons. And just search for close. X is it? X. Copy that. So this one is hidden by default, and we hide the navigation as well. The reason why we hide it because when you do the initial load, it's not on the screen. It shouldn't be on the screen at the start. So we want it to look like that. And now we just need to. So it's going to be close button. Just double check. I called the correct name. It was close button JS. Equals document if I can spell document dot query selector and then just toggle it again. So close button, class list toggle hidden, close button. So what we want to do is once you click on that close button, we want to do the opposite effect, so it will toggle it as well. Cool. Okay, so let's run through what this code does. The first bit at the top, it finds a menu and adds it to a constant variable. Find the menu button, add it to a constant variable, and add the close button. And find the close button, adds it to a constant variable. Now, when you click on the menu button and the close button, it fires this function here. So what this does is, that is currently visible. So when you click it, which is that bit there, it removes the class, it adds a class hidden to it and removes it off the navigation, and it removes it off the close button. Press it again, it takes the class hidden off the menu, but then it adds it to the menu button, the actual menu itself, and the close button, and that's the event there. So I think that looks quite good for us now. And just make sure it's still visible on desktop, so Control-Shift-M. Excellent, that's all fine. We'll just expand it out a bit. Again, all fine. Okay, the next video should be the last video, and in that video we're going to look at purging, CSS purge, so we can get rid of all the classes that we're not using, and we're going to look at transition effects. Thanks for watching. If you found any value, don't forget to subscribe or like the video. Thanks for the time.